Oh, bird! That bird was coming right at me. Wait, I'm a motorcyclist. I can get on the HOV lane. Forgot about that. Alright, buddy, I'm back. So today we're going to talk about, is R6 a good bike for a daily use bike? Now that there's going to be different answers. Most of them are, people are going to say, actually no, I can go up here. Yeah. Most people say it's not going to be a good bike for a daily use. I say it that way because, well, over here in the United States, people don't use bikes as a daily thing. Some do, but not all the time. Like in, I don't know, like in Japan. Actually, no, Japan doesn't really use bikes as daily. They used to just use like a train or something like that as a transportation mostly. Or India, or wherever the case may be. Middle Eastern, that's a very popular place too. But overall, bikes over here in America are more considered as a toy, honestly. Now we got that cleared up. For those of you who wants to get a R6 or maybe something different, I'm going to explain that to you. Okay, so for most R6, now sadly they stopped making the R6 and they made the R7 now, which is pretty decent, which I did make a video on that, so go check that out too. Anyways, I guess I should have got some water. Oh shit, I forgot my water bottle at work. Oh well, I get it now. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh right. So yes, so here's the thing, couple of things you need to know about the R6 before you consider it. Now one thing for sure about all the R6 is that the seat height is pretty high. With this bike at stock height, I'm able to like tip a toe, but that's about it. I can somewhat flat foot it on my foot. So this to give you an idea, I'm 5'8". Whoa, that attacked my face. I'm 5'8", so you kind of get a point. Like I'm able to do it with no problem, but for other people, most likely not. And they probably need, you know, need to get a small or a lower bike or whatever. So that's one big thing about it. Another big thing about it is that the positioning of the bike. Now remember, the R6 is more of a track bike rating. I know there's like the CBR, the ZXXR, GSXR and all that, but hear me out. The body position of the R6 is more aggressive than the competition. And what I meant by that, I meant like the Honda, Suzuki, Kawasaki. You know, compared to all those bikes, you know, it's pretty aggressive. Yes, I know there's the Ducati, but it's a Ducati. What do you expect? Actually, no, I see some people who literally got Ducatis and just sell it because it's not comfortable. Like I've seen and heard that before. Actually, the dumbest thing I ever heard in the motorcycle, the dumbest thing I heard, and I'll be honest with you, some guy literally got a power commander for R6 and he installed it. Problem was, he only just installed it. He didn't map it out. And so I am just like, I was reading on the forum about this, I was like, oh my god, this guy literally thought you could just, it's plug and play. No, you need to tune it. Oh my god. Do your bloody research on it. Why does nobody does that? Alright, we're getting off topic. So, as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying, so give me a second to remember. Actually, I think I covered that part. I don't know. So on to the next part for what I was talking about. I probably edited something and I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, the bike's really tall. Oh yeah, that's right. The body position is also towards like an attack position. That's what I was talking about. So yeah, it's not gonna be the most comfortable bike out there. Now, if you really want the R6 that badly, but you know, like I said, you know, the body position is, you know, not that comfortable. Seat height's pretty high up there. Now, a lot of these things, you know, it's, oh yeah, another thing is that the power band too. Now, there's gonna be people out there who doesn't care about the power band. I've seen it, I heard and seen those people before, but there's people who are, so I'm gonna mention it anyways. The power band on this bike, like I'm not even hitting the power band right now. You know, when you hit peak, or the power band starts at like 8,000 RPM. There you go, see? That's when you're really pushing it. And so a lot of people don't like that. And I can totally understand why, because more for the streets, you know, like I said before, this bike is more track focused, so even the power band is up there too. And so compared to the competition, their power band is a lot lower. And it's something you need to consider it as well. Now you can tune it, but that's also pretty pricey there. And this wind is like blowing me. It's blowing me this way. What does it say? Oh yeah. So that's one thing to consider, and it's going to be pretty expensive if you want to, like, you know, do something about it. But for those of you who don't care about power band or how much horsepower, you just want something nice, but you know, like I said before, all those, you know, considerations I just talked about just now. Did I just turn on the wrong exit? I hope I did it. Yes, I did. Wrong exit. Now let me just give my feet a rest. There we go. So as I was saying, now if you do have money to modify it to make it more comfortable and I guess you could say user-friendly, there's a couple things that you can do to it. A couple things like lowering the suspension. You could do that. There's lower links. You can lower the front suspension to buy the forks, or internally with using some sort of like PCB pipe if you know what you're doing, or you get a professional to do it, which most people do. You can also get like higher clip-ons. That really helps this. That does also really help as well. If you're willing to spend that type of money, of course. Now it's not always cheap, especially if you're gonna have a shot to do it. So if you got the money to get an R6 and do all that type of modifications to make it for you, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, you know, there's also other things out there too that you might like better, besides getting the R6 because it looks cool. Now, why do I have the R6? Well, the biggest reason is because, well, it was the only thing I could find, honestly. For a good deal, I thought, but Scratch that. You know, this is the only bike that I can find for the time when I really want to get the bike. And of course, stereotypically, one of those things where you buy the bike and then you find something better, you want to get that instead, but you kind of stuck with what you got. And so I just like sucked it up and it's like, well, at least it's something different. But to me, okay, oh yeah, one more thing, I do have an 05 R6, so as you can tell, the clip-ons isn't like down there, they're more like, you know, higher up. So that's a little thing, you know, that's a little difference from the 06 to newer. But for me, it's not really a big deal to me. Like, I don't mind the seat height, I really don't mind the position, it's not a big deal to me. You know, I tried other bikes and all that, and honestly, this, you know, it's, the sport bike type of deal is more my thing. So I'm just used to it. It's not a big deal to me. Overall, so for those of you, like I said before, you know, some of you are gonna say it's not that much of a big deal, or like it's very comfortable for you, but a lot of other people are going to say otherwise, you know, because, you know, it makes sense. So a lot of people do steer away from the R6 and get like something else, but, you know, like I said, if some people are just desperate for that look. Oops, put an inch by accident. Yeah, that works. It's funky ass. Nope, never mind. That's not gas. So yeah, why do you have? Hi, you have so much room ahead of you. I could literally drive a bloody semi and get closer there, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, you're on the phone. That's why. I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So yeah, overall, it's really up to you what you want to do. You know, I see some pretty strange things. See, I see people stretch their groms for whatever reason. I don't know why, but my only guess is because of the looks. But you do what you want to do with a bike. If you want something that bad, and I guess you could say that you do have the money to modify it, then go right ahead, do what you want. But if you're thinking about getting the R6 but just not sure, well, take this into consideration. Okay, that's cool. Wait, what? Bro, your license plate, you can't even read that. Like, look at that license plate. Bruh. August of 21. Wait, what's today? July. Oh, that plate's expired. Like, not only that, but just look at it. Is it only 3 words, or do you have more words in there? Oh, it's only probably 3 words in there, because at least this song that only has a couple, but like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you definitely gonna get pulled over for that.